So wait a minute, you have to help as you've got such a conflict as a vampire doctor. I mean, come on, there isn't a soap opera like that, and you have to help fix up one of the enemy.
Yeah, well, Carlisle's a humanitarian, and I think that's what I love about him is his human life was ripped away from him, and so he did everything possible to hold on to any traits of humanity that he could, even going to the extent of not wanting to feed on humans, and then starting this faux human family, and I think he's got a lot of compassion, and even though this werewolf clan is the mortal enemies, I understand their point of view. I don't have a beef with them. They have a beef with us, So I feel guilty that our presence is making them transform into werewolves. So I don't feel like Carlisle dislikes the werewolves. I think he feels guilty that they hate us so much.
Let's project ourselves into these characters. Wouldn't you be mad as heck at Bella? Look what she's putting you guys through. What if your family loves her and, is she worth it?
Doesn't everyone have someone like that in their family that they're dating and you're like, I really wish they weren't dating that person, but because you love that family member, you just smile and grin and you say, welcome to the family.
I don't know.
Would you do that?
In my personal life?
Yeah.
I mean, ask my brother how many girls he's tried to date and how many have lasted.
Did you put on the bridal gown and just
I
scare
would not want to date a guy who was...
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
I would not. Terrifying.
But wait a minute. What does your family say when you bring home a guy?
Everyone's very, very welcoming.
or else.
So we know the outlaw is in that family.
But I grew up very fast and I moved out very young, and so when I have been in serious relationships, it's much easier to present who I'm with to my family because it's sort of removed. I'm an adult now. My brother is still kind of lives at home and stuff sometimes, so it's a little different.
Is your older brother protective of you?
No, he's like my little brother.
Really?
No, he's a year older than me, but the dynamic is really messed up. Anyways.
Powerhouse.
Wouldn't you be mad at Bella? Look what she's doing to your family. You're so loving with your family, and look what she's putting them through.
I don't see it like that. I think Edward has had a really hard time for a while now. He's a vampire, he's isolated, he can't be intimate, no one can really know who he is except for us. We all have mates and people to love, and he doesn't have that, and there's a sadness there that he carries around with him, and that kills me as a mother. So I'm really happy, and I mean, she's a great girl. At least, she could have been some just hussy.
She could have been a floozy.
Yeah, and I'm thrilled with his choice.
Although she is food. I mean, he really shouldn't play with his food. It's like falling in love with your mashed potatoes.
All right, now,
you're
you
going to
had
be
no
quoted
idea.
as calling Bella a mashed potato.
Don't worry, I wrote that. Kristen's going to get that in a minute.
Oh, great.
You had no idea where this Twilight trip was going to take you. And you've had lots of experiences before this. What would you have liked to know before this tsunami of attention?
I don't think it still hasn't fully hit me. I mean, we're such in a bubble of making these movies. I mean, we've been doing them back to back to back that it's hard to step out of it. And I'm shocked whenever, I meet a bunch of people, like a group of Twilighters that are screaming, and I'm always turning around going, are they screaming at us? It's
Stop it, they're
still
always screaming for you.
It's still
Well, aren't you insulted that they recognize you?
No, I'm floored that they recognize you because I mean, I look so different in the movie that the fact that people recognize me as Carlisle sometimes it baffles me. But I'm humbly overwhelmed and happy that the fans have come out with such support, and I'm just as excited to meet them because you know what, at the base of it, we're all fans. The cast and the fans are all fans of this book, so it feels like we have this camaraderie.
What would you like to know before you took this Twilight trip? Or what would you tell her, the Nikki, before this all started?
Fasten your seatbelts.
I've thoroughly enjoyed this experience and this process, and I guess there's no way to really prepare anyone for this. But on the other hand, I'm so grateful, and I guess I just would have been really excited if someone told me that this was going to happen to me and that I was going to know that I had a job to look forward to, because as an actor, you know, stability and consistency is something we lack. So, yeah, I think I would have been really happy.